My name is Iva Bosch. I'm a Catalan artist living in London since 1973. And the purpose of these little videos that I make after my many journeys and visits to different prehistoric settlements around the world is to prove that the ability of a human being to produce art has not changed at all since the very, very beginning. What it makes us different from animals is the fact that we can produce objects that have no use whatsoever, that are mainly for decoration or to make our life easier, like a bowl where you can put some liquid or some food or whatever. Yeah. So this little video shows 10 figurines, 9 of females and 1 of a male. Well, it's not exactly 9. There are 2 that no one really knows if they're females or males or humans at all. But I think it's a very good selection to prove my point that from 400,000 years ago, there was a need for expression. And I would say that from about 40,000 years ago with the Venus of Hohlfels, 40,000 years ago, there is evidence that there were people that could actually understand form and transform it into an object. The Venus of Hohlfels has enormous breasts, enormous buttock, and then her vagina is very, very loose to prove perhaps that this female had an awful lot of babies. The head is tiny, so it didn't seem to have much importance in this particular figurine, and so on. I mean, of course, we don't know what else was done 40,000 years ago. I mean, we have a very limited amount of objects that the archaeologists have found, but I think it's good enough to prove the skills, especially with so very little facilities and tools to produce such figurines. And so from the Venus of Hohlfels, we can go to the Venus of Willendorf, which is a masterpiece of roundness and sort of eroticism to a certain extent. And let alone the Venus of Lespuc or the Venus of Lucelle and very many others. There are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands. Yeah. And the skill that those people had nothing to envy from us, who have been to very successful art colleges where we have learned different techniques and how to understand form in space. So anyway, here is my little video, and you can make your own mind up. We have 9 figurines of females and 1 of a male with the head of a lion. We are talking about 400,000 to 25,000 years ago, except for the last figurine. Agriculture and animal domestication were still just dreams. These figurines are probably containers of life, testifying that they had given birth many times. Perhaps professionals at childbirth. Their beauty lies in the number of babies they were able to conceive and deliver. 500 years ago, the life expectancy was 30 to 35 years. At the beginning of the Neolithic period, that is 12,000 years ago, for example, at Ashikli-Huyuk, bodies of up to 60 years old have been found. What was the life expectancy of a female 40,000 years ago? Until what age could she conceive? Each pregnancy carried the possibility of death. So these figurines likely refer to females who had repeatedly given birth and could still continue to do so. We could say that the life of a female primarily consisted of gestating a pregnancy every 9 months or from the lactation period that prevented pregnancies, giving birth to children and ensuring they grew up. If they had any other role, we do not know about it. On the other hand, the male figurine we have depicts a beautiful, attractive, and strong body. He is young, a warrior who knows how to defend himself and can fertilize females. On his head, he wears the head of the great lion from the cave as a decorative cap. He must be attractive to mate and reproduce the species. He too was exposed to death every day, surrounded by ferocious animals much stronger than him. Staying alive must have been the reward every night when they went to sleep. It does not seem like the laws of existence for our ancestors were easy, but as scientists say, there is no morality in nature and its processes. Art has kept us alive. There is no why. It simply is. The Venus of Tintin dates from 400,000 to 200,000 years ago. It was found in Morocco. It is 5.8 centimeters tall, and it is made of quartzite and hematite. Neither this figurine nor the one that follows have any signs of fertility on their making. I mean, they're just plain little rocks. But the only thing that the scientists are sure about is that they date from many thousands of years ago, and that the human hand had a part in their making. So they are marks that they know for sure that they were done, marks on them that they were done by a human being. And so that's why they are regarded as very important. The Venus of Verkhat Rum dates from 280,000 to 250,000 years ago. It was found in Syria and it is approximately 3.5 centimeters tall, made of reddish volcanic rock. And as I said, like the Venus of Tintin, there is no evidence or symbolism of fertility in these little stones. The Venus of Holfels dates from 40,000 to 35,000 years. It was found in Germany and it is approximately 6 centimeters tall. It was made of mammoth ivory. The Lion Man is 32,000 years old. It was found in Germany and it measures 31.1 centimeters, give and take. It was made of mammoth ivory as well. The Venus of Willendorf is 29,400 years old. It was found in Austria and it measures 11.1 centimeters. It's made of oolite, a type of limestone from Italy. How did they bring the stone from Italy to Germany? It's a big enigma. But there are many enigmas in archaeology. The Venus of Dolní Věstonice is 31,000 to 28,000 years old. It was found in the Czech Republic and it measures 11.1 centimeters. It was made of ceramic. An interesting detail, as ceramic was not used at that time, so whoever made this figurine was definitely a pioneer. The Venus of Rasimpois dates from 29,000 to 22,000 years ago. It was found in France. It measures 3.65 centimeters and is made of ivory. Yet again, in this little head, there is obviously no references to fertility. And also, there are archaeologists who doubt the authenticity of the piece, but no one would argue that it is a beautiful piece of art. And anyway, it is still at the Musée Saint-Germain-en-Laye outside Paris, and there must be a reason for it. The Venus of Lespuc, 26,000 to 24,000 years old, was found in France, measures 14.7 centimeters, and is made of ivory tusk. The Venus of Lucelle is 25,000 years old. It was found in France. It measures 46 centimeters and is made of limestone. It is a limestone bas relief. The last figurine was found in Çatalhöyük, Turkey. I don't know its composition, dating, or dimensions, but it cannot be more than 9,000 years old, and probably dates between 6 or 7,000 years ago. However, I have not found specific information. On the back, there is a hole with a seed, perhaps another symbol of fertility.